Black Panther Wakanda Forever might have made a suggestion about the potential Doctor Strange replacement for the MCU, all because the movie introduced a new location. There are lots of MCU projects coming soon, including the upcoming Ironheart series for Disney Plus and the Untitled series focusing on Wakanda and Okoye, which probably continued her story after she became one of the Midnight Angels. But that's not what the new location is hinting at. Here's everything we know. First off, what did Wakanda Forever hint at? Queen Ramonda and Shuri discover Nakia living and running a business in Haiti during Black Panther Wakanda Forever, elevating Toussaint, a.k.a. Prince T'Challa, her and T'Challa's secret child. It's possible that Haiti's appearance in Wakanda Forever anticipates the future arrival of Jericho Drumm in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Considering how prominent magic and the supernatural are in Phase 4 projects, this seems to make sense, don't you think? Since all of the original Avengers have recently had legacy characters take their places, it's possible that this is the direction Marvel Studios will pursue with the MCU. Drumm eventually succeeds Doctor Strange as the Sorcerer Supreme in Marvel Comics, which suggests that Marvel Studios could follow this path with the MCU. Not to mention, Wakanda Forever has a brother Voodoo connection. The Caribbean country of Haiti is important in Marvel Comics as the home of voodoo magic and the supernatural sorcerer Jericho Drumm, also known as Brother Voodoo. Despite the fact that the decision to place Nakia there during Black Panther Wakanda Forever may initially seem random, Marvel Studios probably had this in mind when they decided to show Nakia in Haiti. After learning that his brother Daniel, who also appeared in Doctor Strange, was in danger of dying, Drumm travels from America back to Haiti in the comic books. After his brother passed away, Drumm studied voodoo magic with the voodoo priest Papa Jambo. Jambo eventually merged Drumm's and his brother's spirit into one body, causing Drumm to become the hero Brother Voodoo. That's a pretty strange name, don't you think? But what's normal about the MCU or Marvel anyway? Moving on, how important is Brother Voodoo in Marvel Comics? Haiti became an important locale in the MCU for the first time thanks to Black Panther Wakanda Forever, opening the door for voodoo sorcerers like Drumm to make their MCU debut. Drumm is a powerful user of magic in Marvel Comics and has the ability to communicate with the dead, which he uses to protect the innocent. Drumm is the ideal character for a debut, especially in light of the spotlight given to supernatural elements in the MCU by films like Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night. Drumm might have a big future in the MCU because he eventually developed into a crucial member of the Avengers and the Sorcerer Supreme after Doctor Strange. Now, for whether or not he could replace Doctor Strange. The Eye of Agamotto ditched Doctor Strange when he used dark magic in Marvel Comics, and because of this, he lost his position as Sorcerer Supreme. This was where Jericho Drumm entered the picture, eventually taking up that position in 2009's The New Avengers number 53, where he claimed the title of Dr. Voodoo. Drumm faced two major Doctor Strange antagonists as well as Dr. Voodoo during this time and went on to become a highly regarded member of the Avengers. One was Dormammu and the other was Agamotto, who wanted to conquer Earth's realm. Drumm, proving himself to be a worthy member of the team, practically beats Agamotto by himself and destroys the Eye in an explosion that also seemed to kill him. In the MCU, Stephen Strange has been walking down a more destructive path, with Doctor Strange showing his arrogance by disregarding Kamar Taj's protocol. Not to mention, in What If and Multiverse of Madness, we're shown what could possibly happen if Earth 616's Doctor Strange goes crazy like his counterparts from other universes that use the Darkhold for their own gain. Remember Sinister Strange? If that ever happens, we can expect Dr. Voodoo to step in. The truth is, after everything we've seen so far, the more Strange abuses his position in the MCU, the more likely it is for someone else to take his place. And as far as we can tell, Jericho Drumm seems like the ideal candidate for Strange's position. Next up, where could Dr. Voodoo appear in the MCU? There are several places where Jericho Drumm may make his MCU debut, with magic and the supernatural taking on more importance in recent and upcoming Marvel Studios projects. If Werewolf by Night and Moon Knight have new jobs inside the MCU, they could be perfect shows to introduce Drumm, because Drumm has faced them in comics as well. Brother Voodoo has also helped characters like Blade, Daredevil, and Deadpool, so it's possible that he'll appear in upcoming projects like Blade, Daredevil Born Again, or Deadpool 3. But there are two options that seem realistic for Brother Voodoo to make his initial MCU appearance. One is in the upcoming Secret Invasion series, where Drumm plays an important role in this comical narrative, joining a supernatural SHIELD squad before ultimately being converted by a Skrull. The difference is in the Agatha Coven of Chaos WandaVision spinoff, which is set to play a new coven of witches for the MCU. MCU. Drumm has a talent for using magic, so it's possible that he's a member. Drumm could potentially make an appearance in future Black Panther films after Black Panther Wakanda Forever too, because Haiti has grown to be an important place for Nakia. On that note, let's talk about the theories fans have about Wakanda Forever. Now, for who would be the new Black Panther indefinitely? Since Shuri isn't actually interested in being the Black Panther and was forced into it, fans have some theories. Princess Shuri is without a doubt the most capable candidate to take on the mantle. She's not only an expert in technology, but she also has undergone training to make her a strong Black Panther. Not to mention, as we've already seen in Wakanda Forever, she really held her own against arguably one of the most powerful characters in Marvel history. Namor is no joke, people. While she assumed the role in the comics, some fans have other ideas. One fan thinks that there could be more than one Black Panther. And no, we're not talking about multiple versions. Instead, according to this one fan, there could be a whole team of Black Panthers if Shuri needs the help, but she seems to be doing fine right now. Still, fans believe that Shuri would create 3 suits, and M'Baku, Okoye, and Nakia would be the 3 people that would be wearing the suits. It has merit, since Shuri and the 3 of them will be major characters in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But what about Prince T'Challa? Well, he's too young to take on the mantle right now, but the 3-man Black Panther team has some merit until he's old enough to take on his father's role. Next up, there could be a link with the Eternals. The second episode of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, included a final mention of Tiamat, the new Celestial frozen by Cersei in Eternals, along with a brilliant Easter egg teaser for Wolverine. Surprisingly, one fan believes that future Black Panther movies could include that as well, because of Vibranium's historical context. In the comics, the Celestials sent the Vibranium meteor seen in Black Panther to help in the development of a new Celestial. So it makes sense, right? Tons of their Vibranium would have vanished as the Celestial Tiamat was emerging across the planet in Wakanda. According to this theory, Wakanda would be crippled by this, and they would have to search elsewhere for the element, which might lead them into another confrontation with Namor and Talokan. But then again, we're not sure which timeline Wakanda Forever was set in, and whether or not the Eternals stopped Tiamat's emergence before or after this movie. Last but not least, let's talk about why Shuri saw Killmonger. Black Panthers can perform a ceremony to travel to another realm. T'Challa performs a ceremony in the first Black Panther movie to contact his late father for wisdom, and a similar ceremony is shown in Wakanda Forever. Following the terrible passing of her mother, Queen Ramonda, Shuri is forced to put the needs of the nation before her own. So she makes an effort to consult her ancestors for advice. But instead of her ancestors, she sees Killmonger, which shocked her and everybody watching the movie. There are several theories put forth by fans and theorists as to why Shuri is only visited by Killmonger. One is that Shuri is tortured with deep sorrow and rage, especially in light of her brother's passing, whom she failed to save. According to one theory, Killmonger is the only ancestor she can connect with because of her emotions and the real reasons behind her decision to become the Black Panther. It makes sense that the cousins would be connected since he was driven by his own negative emotions and desire for vengeance. They both have the same driving force, retribution. Or it could just be because the herb Shuri consumed was synthetic and not natural like the one T'Challa consumed in the first movie. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for today. If you liked the video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content just like this.